Hey fam, welcome back to the space where truth meets transformation. Today's episode is for the brothers and it's titled The Other Side of the Heartbreak because healing isn't gendered. Pain doesn't wear pink and it doesn't wear blue. And growth, well, that's everybody's birthright, or at least that's what I believe. We often hear, he broke her heart. He's toxic. He cheated. But we really ask who broke his. So today we're flipping the script. So let's talk about men. Let's talk about the heartbreak, the trauma, the accountability, and the radical journey of healing. So I've been thinking that too often the narrative is one sided. We rally behind women, and rightfully so, encouraging them to rise, heal, glow up, and never settle. Look, I am all for women empowerment. I'm all for that. I'm all for standing behind women, encouraging women to take their seat at the table. But that doesn't mean that I don't think about the flip side of the coin. So here's the question that's on my mind today. What if the pain that men cause isn't intentional? What if they're not even aware that they're causing pain? What if the cheating, the ghosting, the emotional unavailability are not rooted in malice, but in unhealed wounds? So we speak about childhood trauma, often linked to women who leave toxic relationships, who now need to heal or they need healing because they were in a toxic or an abusive relationship. But do we ever think about the man that has left a toxic relationship, that has left an abusive relationship? Do we ever talk about the healing that is needed by men? Or maybe that father who never said, I'm proud of you. Maybe it's not about the toxic relationship that they were in. What about the mother who never modeled healthy love? So if you are in a household or in an environment, or whether you are raised by mom and dad, or whether you are raised by a single mother, what if the unhealthy love that a man is offering or displaying seems right to him because that's all he saw growing up? Maybe what we see as unhealthy love is actually healthy in his eyes because that's what he knows. What about the society that told boys, don't cry? Boys or men don't show emotions. Be a man, toughen up. All of that becomes armor. And sometimes that armor hurts people. So I don't believe that men are always aware that the armor that they put on to show that I'm a man actually hurts the people that they love. I don't know, maybe they are aware, but my question is, what if the pain they cause is not always intentional? So I think we can't keep pushing the idea that only women are wounded. We all wounded in some way or the other. If we ignore men who are trying to change, how will we ever truly be happy? How do we build love when half of the equation is bleeding silently? So if we are constantly going to push the narrative of a woman needs healing, the woman is hurt, she was in a toxic relationship, she was in an abusive relationship. So let's focus on the woman and encourage her to rise, to heal, to glow up, to never settle. Like we are working on half of the equation. But if we keep ignoring the man who is bleeding silently, and silently because men don't show emotion, that's what we were told growing up. Toughen up, you wear the pants, be a man. Why are you showing emotions? So we have men, and I do believe that we have men who are bleeding silently, who are unintentionally hurting people that they truly love. But we need to get to a point where we drop the stigma of a man should not show emotions. We need to encourage our men to rise, to heal, to glow up, and also to never settle, to challenge the narrative. So, guys, or for the men listening, the ones who want to do better, because that is also a choice. Sometimes we are aware of what we are doing, we are aware of the hurt that we are causing, and we just don't want to change or we're not ready to change. But today I want to speak to the men who want to do better. Here are some steps to start walking towards the wholeness that you are searching for. So, number one, healing starts with honesty. Acknowledge the pain. Name what hurt you. Sit with it, not in shame, but in self awareness. So, something about pain, and I often say this to many people, there is something about pain and every other emotion that we feel. It wants to be seen. It wants you to sit with it. It wants you to acknowledge it, to understand why it is here. What lesson is it trying to show you or teach you? And when you sit with your emotions, do not sit with it in shame, but in self awareness. Journal. Journaling or therapy isn't a weakness, it's self leadership. And we speak about the man being the leader in the household. In any situation, whether home or business, before you can lead others, you need to lead yourself. So if you see journaling or going to therapy as I'm weak, it means I'm not a man. It's not that. It's self leadership. Then practice radical self forgiveness. You made a mistake. We all have, whether you are a man, whether you are a woman, we have all made mistakes. But your regret should lead to growth, not a lifetime sentence. And that goes for all. We've all made mistakes. Forgive yourself as many times as you forgive others. Sometimes we are in relationships where we are being hurt. We know the relationship is toxic. We sometimes see that this behavior is not going to change and we forgive and we give another chance. So today I'm challenging you to forgive yourself as many times as you would forgive anyone else that you love. And when you sit with regret or you think about regret or you sit with guilt, let it lead you to growth because it's not a lifetime sentence. You can't keep thinking negatively about yourself or wanting to punish yourself because of something that you did. You can't change it. It's gone, it's done. So forgive yourself, learn, apologize where needed, even if it means you need to apologize to yourself. Then, thirdly, challenge what you were taught about manhood. Real strength is in softness. Being emotionally intelligent isn't a downgrade, it's your upgrade. Start unlearning toxic narratives that kept you emotionally silent. And we spoke about that, bleeding silently, because toughen up. Boys don't cry, men don't cry, they don't show emotions. You are the man, wear the pants. Take the opportunity to reparent your inner child, the little boy who was told to toughen up, to be a man, and that men don't cry or show emotions. Then, fourth, create a safe space to be seen. So, find your tribe. And when I say tribe, it's important to know that when you are sitting in that tribe, the tribe is good for you. Not guys to grab a drink with, but men you can talk real with. Men or a tribe where you feel you are able to show your vulnerability and know that when they give you feedback or they speak to you about what you are feeling, that they will give you the right advice. Get a coach if you don't have that tribe. See a therapist. Vulnerability is not just for women, it's for warriors. Number 5, learn to love yourself without conditions. You are not your bank account. You are not your mistakes. Speak to yourself the way you wish your parents had. Speak to yourself the way you wish your partner had. Show up for yourself daily with compassion. So, in closing, I want to challenge the ladies. Let's hold space. Let's be empathetic without excusing toxicity, but also without assuming that all pain is inflicted with evil intent. If you, as a lady, feel that you are healed enough to have boundaries, strong boundaries, to hold space, then do that. I want to challenge you to do that. Let's work on both sides of the equation so that we work on woman healing as well as men. Guys, healing isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware, accountable, and available to yourself first and then to those you love. So next time we ask, why did he hurt me? Let's also ask who hurt him. Because when we all heal, men and women, that's when love becomes safe again. So until next time, stay whole, stay real, stay rising.